Hey, what is up guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do commissions. So commissions are pretty much like mini quests that you can do in the Dwarf Mines. If you don't know how to go to the Dwarf Mines, first you need to run through the coal mines. That's the hub. So go through the coal mines and take this launch pad over to the gold mine. You might need more like mining XP. You can just get that from mining these rocks here. But once we finish that, you can go straight over to the gold mine, and then you can mine some rocks here. Maybe you can talk to Rusty, I don't know, but run around here, and then we can, once you get enough mining XP, it'll let you go to the deep caverns. And in the deep caverns, once we land here, all you have to do is run through the deep cavern and make it all the way to the very bottom, where you'll be able to get to the Obsidian Sanctuary through the lift operator. Once you run down, it'll let you do that. Don't kill me, okay? So, and then in the Obsidian Sanctuary, all you need to do is talk to this RHYS, Rise. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just talk to this guy, and he'll want a bunch of materials that you can buy from the bazaar. But once you finish his mini quest, then you can go to the Dwarf Mines. So when you first spawn into the Dwarf Mines, it should look like this, with 2 guards. And first thing you should do is you can check out this guide, and it's the same guy actually, and he'll tell you a little bit about the Dwarf Mines. But I'll be telling you a little bit about the Dwarf Mines too. And you can come over to this guy and buy the first pickaxe. I would suggest buying. It's just a very basic pickaxe, very cheap, and you can start off with this pickaxe. But the whole point of Dwarf Mine, at least in the beginning of the game, is to do quests. Actually, turn down my sounds. It's pretty loud. It's do quests. So if we run over to the king. My world is not loading. If we run over to the king is right across that bridge that you saw just now. It's right from spawn, and this is the king, and he's gonna ask you to do a bunch of commissions. So pretty much in terms of commissions, they are side quests that you have to do, and they'll give you a little bit of mithril powder. So on tab you can see mithril powder. They'll give you a little bit of mithril powder, but that's not that important. What's most important about it is that it gives you Heart of the Mountain. So over here you can see that I'm currently Heart of the Mountain 7, but to reach Heart of the Mountain 7 you're going to need Heart of the Mountain experience, and you can get a bunch of experience from doing these commissions. And the more Heart of the Mountain you have, you can get higher tiers, and you can get Token of the Mountains and finish this tree. But in today's video, we're not going to be talking about the Heart of the Mountain tree. We're just going to be talking about how to do these commissions really quickly. So, starting with the Dwarf Mines, there are 3 types of commissions that you can get. You can get the commissions that ask you to kill things. So this could be like the Ice Walkers or the Goblins, and they'll spawn around the map, and you have to kill them to complete that commission. The second type is, over here I have an example, mining mithril ore or mining mithril ore in a certain location. These are both very common, and those commissions is just mining the mithril ore, or it could be mining titanium. I'll show you real quick what that looks like. Right over here, you can all this wool and like prismarine, all this stuff, even this blue wool and this prismarine, this all counts as mithril. And you can always hold tab to see like your progress. So right now I'm just randomly mining, and it's giving me a little bit of mithril, as you can see on the tab. And this thing, I don't actually know what that is called, but that is titanium. The white bird poop, that's titanium. And sometimes the commissions will ask you to mine titanium, but I don't have a titanium commission right now, so I'm not going to mine that. So that's the mining commissions. So we covered the killing commissions, killing things for commissions, and mining things for commissions. And then the last thing is event-based commissions. So these are like, right now I have a lucky raffle one. Pretty much you have to participate in a event to be able to get that certain commission. Next I'll probably cover like which armor you should go for. So pretty much the most basic armor that you should go for is the glaciate armor. It looks like this, and it gives a little bit of mining speed. That's pretty much it. It gives a little bit of mining speed. It's very cheap early game. If we take a look on the AH, wait, I don't know what I said, but we're going for glaciate armor, and this is pretty cheap. I'm not on lowest price. Lowest price is like around 10k, so maybe you can get the full set for below 50k. Pretty cheap set. And the first thing you should do once you get the glaciate set is to talk to this guy right here. Talk to this guy. His name is Geo. That was spawn over there, so if you just go forward, he's left of spawn, and you can put your armor into the gemstone grinder like this, and it'll let you add rocks to it. So here it's saying that I can add an amber rock or a jade rock, and pretty much adding amber or jade to your armor will give you a little bit more mining speed and mining fortune. That's pretty much all mining is about, is trying to increase your mining speed and your mining fortune, and that way you can get more, you can mine things faster and get more drops, etc. So that's the whole point, and that's the advantage with using glaciate armor, is it's going to let you add one of each type of rock, so you can get one amber and one fortune, and that'll make your life a little bit easier. If you don't have access to the rocks, you can always just buy them on Bazaar, and then I would suggest going for the fine rocks. They're pretty cheap, maybe like for the full set maybe it'll cost you like 200k or so pretty cheap, I'd say. And then the next armor set that you should go for after the glaciate, you can consider investing in, I heard some people go for superior. Right here, superior. You can also add like a little bit of rocks for the superior armor. I'm not sure if it's too good, I've never used it myself, but the armor after that is sorrow armor, and I can actually wear it right now. Sorrow armor is very good for mining, I'd say. It's like almost pretty much late game mining armor. You would use sorrow, and that'll give you a lot more mining speed and mining fortune compared to glaciate and the other armor sets. The next thing is the pickaxe. You need to mine the mithril or whatever, mine those blocks with something, right? So there's also a bit of a progression for those. You should always buy like right here at the left of spawn, the guy I suggested talking to in the very beginning. You can always buy pickaxes from this guy, and they're pretty cheap. And there will be Heart of the Mountain requirements, so you'd have to be at a certain Heart of the Mountain level to be able to use these pickaxes, but you should just buy the next pickaxe that you're able to use, and that way you're mining at the fastest possible and you're progressing through the game as fast as possible. So back on commissions, actually, there's like a few tips for doing commissions quickly. Pretty much for the Dwarven Mine, there's not too many tricks for it. What I'd say is always do your killing commission first. So what that means is if you get a commission for like killing goblins and then mining mithril, like newer players might not know which one to do first, but it's going to be better to do the killing goblins first, because if you kill the goblins, then you're going to get another commission, and that commission could possibly be like mining titanium or something, and then that way you're really optimizing doing your commissions by mining mithril and mining titanium at the same time, or it could be mining mithril and mining mithril in the upper mines, or like mining mithril in the upper mines and mining titanium in the upper mines. Whatever it is, try to stack your commissions, like do multiple commissions at the same time. Also, frequently you'll see like events, you'll see like these major events, and if I would say don't do them unless they're part of your commission. So if your commission says to do the lucky raffle, then you should do the lucky raffle. Otherwise, I wouldn't really spend time on it. But at spawn, you can always talk to this guy. He'll tell you when the next event is, and if there is an event, he'll let you teleport to it. Also, another tip, especially for newer players, if you don't know where the commission is, so right now I have a commission for Upper Mine Mithril. If you don't know where that is, you can always come over to this railroad guy, Station Master, and he can send you to the Upper Mine for a very cheap cost with minecart, and you can just go there. So that's what you can use if you don't really know where you're going. Otherwise, you can always just like run around and find it yourself. And next, we're going to talk about the Crystal Hollows. So now we're going to be talking about the Crystal Hollows. The Crystal Hollows is unlocked at Heart of the Mountain Tier 3 right here. Gives you access to the Crystal Hollows. So you're going to be needing to do a lot of commissions here in the Dwarf Mines until you have access to the Crystal Hollows. And to get into the Crystal Hollows, you can talk to this guy, Gwendolyn, and buy a pass. It'll say buy a pass for 10,000 coins, and you just need to have 10,000 coins in your purse and buy the pass. And then you can hop into the minecart to go into the Crystal Hollows. But a tip real quick is this minecart is super slow. It'll take you like 30 seconds to get there. So the faster way is right click your Skyblock menu, enter the Crystal Hollows at the top right, and then confirm, and now you're in the Crystal Hollows. And actually, to give a better representation of what the Crystal Hollows look like, I'm going to go to mid, and I'll meet you back when I'm there. Okay, so here we are in the middle of the Crystal Hollows. Middle will always be at 512 for the X and Z values, and around 100. So it's very smart to actually place a waypoint here for middle. 512, 512, and 100. So I'm going to be going over, there's kind of like 5 different biomes in the Crystal Nucleus, not the Crystal Nucleus, in the Crystal Hollows. So the first one I call the blue biome, pretty much things there are blue. The second one is the green biome, things there are green. Next one's purple, and we have orange, and under everything at like Y level 40, we have yellow biome. And every single biome has its own unique rock. So in every single biome has its own unique rock, its own unique like mob, and its own unique crystal. So these glass, like all this glass that you see, are gems, and then there's something else called a crystal, which is different from that. So as in blue, in the blue biome, there is automatons is the mob, and those are like iron golems. So you can find automatons there, and the rocks there are, these are this is sapphire. So that's what it is in the blue biome, and the crystal there is it's called a city, and pretty much what you need to do is give a bunch of robot parts to this guy, and you can finish the crystal. Next biome is green. I have not too good render distance, but next biome is green. It's gems. It's the jade gemstone, and it has the mob there it's called Team Treasurite. It's pretty much a bunch of people with pickaxes, and that's their mob. And then their crystal is called Mines of Devon. It's pretty much just, you'll recognize it once you see it. It's a bunch of gold, and that's how you get the jade crystal. There's a bunch of gold there, and you need to search for chests using a metal detector. So that is green biome. Next one is purple biome. Purple biome has amethyst rocks, and you can they have amethyst rocks, and if you break them, there's a chance that you can get fist from them. It's spelled like this, fist. And those are one of the mobs in the purple area, but another one is actually the sludges. They look like slimes, and they split up into 2, and so there's actually 2 mobs in the purple biome, and They also have a crystal there, and their crystal is a jungle temple that you need to do parkour to get that crystal. You can always ask around if you don't know exactly how to do your crystal. I'll be talking about crystals later on in the video. Right now here we have orange biome. Their rock type is amber. This is amber gemstones, and they also have goblins running around. That's their mob there, and their crystal is the king and queen. Pretty much you have to go to the king. I'm lagging really hard. This is not good. Okay, you have to I lost my train of thought. You have to go to the king and feed him some eggs or something, and then you have to go to the queen. So that's orange. And the last one is yellow. Yellow is topaz. One thing to know about topaz, it has a very high breaking power of. I'll talk about breaking power later. Anyways, their mob is topaz, and not their mob. Their rock is topaz, and their mob is the yogs. They're pretty much magmas that you have to kill, and then they'll blow up after you kill them. And if you get blown up by them, you get one shot pretty much. So don't get blown up by them. So that's pretty much the 5 different biomes. And we're gonna go through the commissions. So there are 3 different types of commissions you can get in the Crystal Hollows, similar to the Dwarf Mines. The first one being kill something. So since every biome has a specific type of mob, you just need to run to that biome, look for that mob, and kill it a bunch of times until you get that commission. The second type is mine something, pretty much mining hardstone, which is like any stone here is hardstone, or mining like a specific gemstone. So you just have to run to that specific biome and mine that gemstone. And the last type of commission is finding that crystal. So you'd have to actually finish a separate mini quest to finish your commission. Okay, so now that we've gotten down the basics of the Crystal Hollows, I'm going to go over a few of the different strategies. So the first strategy is, I call it the mid strategy. Pretty much what you do is you do the commission, then you run over to this guy, claim the commission, and then you keep doing that, and always stay near mid so that you can quickly run to the next location that you need to get to, and then use your waypoint mod to waypoint all the special locations, like if you see a jungle or a city or like different mob killing sites, etc. And just waypoint everything, and that way you have a full map of waypoints and you can get to your next commission very quickly, and you can also try to stack commissions. That's the first strategy. And the second strategy is better if you don't have like as much time. This strategy is good for if you have a lot of time, then you can waypoint at a lot of places, and the more commissions you do, the faster you'll do the next one. But the other strategy is to keep requeuing lobbies. So here you can exit the Crystal Hollows, and then you can claim your commission with this guy if you want, and then you can keep changing lobbies until you get to the biome that you want to get to. So let's say I wanted to get to the purple biome, then I'll have to keep requeuing until I get to the purple biome. And this is a little bit boring, but it's a pretty big time save. So you can keep requeuing until you get to the purple biome. How am I not getting purple yet? And then once you get there, you can do that. Okay, I'm not actually gonna wait until I get the purple biome, but it's a okay strategy. It's not as good, I'd say, but it's better if you have less time. You can just keep requeuing until you find which rock that you want to get to. And then here, if you want to talk to this Fragilis guy, he'll tell you how strong you need for each rock. Pretty much yellow and pink are super strong. The other ones are pretty easy to break. Some of these rocks are breaking power 7, as you can see, and pickaxes will only go up to breaking power 6, other than this pickaxe called the Pico-Nimbus. Pico-Nimbus 2000. Yeah, so we go to lowest price. They're selling for around 200k. Normally I see them selling around for 200k. But one thing that you have to notice about this is it will break after a certain number of uses. So this pickaxe will break after 800 uses. and you want to find a pickaxe that is at 5,000 uses or 4,000 or more until you buy one of those, just so you're not really getting scammed and losing out on a lot of value. And then after you finish using the pickaxe, you can always try to sell it back on the auction house, and someone might accidentally buy it, which is a pretty good strategy early game. But then after that, you can move on to trying to get the gemstone gauntlet, or another thing I would suggest for a mid-game pickaxe or drill actually is called the gemstone drill. So this guy only costs around 6 mil at the moment. Very cheap, I would say, because it will let you mine the topaz. Sometimes people get stuck on doing the topaz commission because the Piconimbus isn't able to mine it, so they get stuck on it, and that's not good. But you can just buy that, and then when you're done with it, you can sell it back to the auction house. So those are a few strategies, and that is pretty much it. Oh, another strategy that's pretty good, but it doesn't work right now, is if you go over to the crystal hollows. Now I find purple. Okay, whatever. You can always spawn a armadillo pet, and it will, you see, this feature is temporarily disabled, but when it works, you can ride it and you can break gemstones extremely quickly. So the armadillo pet is a pretty good pet. Other pets that you can consider is a silverfish pet, because it boosts your mining XP that you receive. So when you turn in your commission, it'll give you a little bit of mining XP. I would suggest turning on the silverfish when you claim your commission. And one last thing about pets actually, if we go back to the Dwarf Mines, in the Dwarf Mines the best pet to use is most likely the mithril golem. You can get, I only have epic, but you can get a legendary if you want. I would recommend an epic one actually, and those are pretty good for mining mithril and giving you some extra mithril powder while you're mining. So that's pretty much this guide for Dwarf Mines and the Crystal Hollows and doing commissions in them. Let me know if you have any questions about them in the comments, and subscribe.